Well, happy Thanksgiving, Manor residents and family. It's hard to believe that this much of 2020 has already passed, and as difficult of a year that it has been, we still have so much to be thankful for. So I'm going to jump right into our COVID update. Today that we're taping is Monday, 11/16, and on 11/14, we had 9,928 new cases in Florida, so we're definitely more than double what we were 2 weeks ago. And I've gotten quite a few notes and messages from your fellow residents concerned that many of us are not following the policy of really keeping our mask above our nose, of staying 6 feet away. So I just want to reiterate with everybody the importance of keeping the spread down. We're in the holidays and we know that we are wanting to celebrate and spend time with people, but the virus does not take a day off. So even though it's the holidays for us, it is not for the virus. So just please continue to use precautions and be safe. The resident council, it did agree to open the dining room for Thanksgiving. So by now, that when you're seeing this, many of you have already signed up for the Thanksgiving dinner. We have not had a huge response, but it is open for those who are willing and understand the risk that they are taking. And we hope that the takeout meals will be lovely and that you'll still be able to enjoy a nice Thanksgiving in your home. We've had a couple of changes to our visitor protocol, which you should have received a letter by the time you're watching this, and that is that we are allowing children under the age of 18 to come to outside visitation, and they must be monitored by an adult and supervised just to ensure that all infection protocol is followed. We are also allowing pets, as long as they are on a leash and supervised, to come for visitors. So hopefully that will help during the holidays to be able to see some of your grandchildren and the pets and so forth. Talking a little bit about our health center and our assisted living, we are wanting to really try to make the holidays special for them. And you know, the assisted living really doesn't have an area to meet outside because they've always shared it with independent living. So we have been using that space next to the pool area for them. We're talking about putting a temporary gate up or a fence up. It will have a gate so you can come and go, but that way if some assisted living residents want to get outside and sit down, we can shut the gate and they can have an area. So be looking for that. We also will be making what we want to call a winter wonderland in our butterfly garden for the assisted living and the health center residents. There aren't many places to sit there, but it'll be a great place to stroll. So we are looking for any donations. If you have extra lights or donate Christmas decorations that you're no longer using, or even a tree that you're thinking of throwing out that we can put outside, as long as we, as long as you aren't expecting it back, we would love to have those donations to help make the butterfly garden. We have been sending out a construction update memo. I hope it really keeps you informed. Look for one about every 2 weeks. Right now, we are getting bids to do the Manor windows and pressure wash the Manor building. They are pretty high, but we're hoping that we can come in and be able to do that to make it a little bit so that you can see out your windows. I think it's gotten really crowded and there's been some issues with the windows becoming dirty and the difficulty of obtaining access to them. So I will let you know more. Lastly, we have a new business office assistant. Many of you may have had the chance to meet Nicole Trapp. She is in the business office Monday through Friday from 1 o'clock to 5 p.m. She also works in our health center in the mornings. So Nicole goes home and she cleans up and changes her clothes before she comes to help us out in the business office. She's a great asset to the team. She's been with Westminster Manor for 5 years, and when she's not at work, she enjoys reading and family time with her spouse and 4 children. So stop by and say hello. And if you have any questions regarding your statement, she'll be happy to help. Happy Thanksgiving.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me now? This is probably better. Alrighty. For any of you that don't know me, I'm Mark Weaver, the sales director here at the Manor for Oldies, coming on 9 years. It's always my pleasure to be able to introduce new residents that we have. So let's get right to that. First of all, we had Jody Wispy. Jody joins us in 1710 21st Avenue Drive West over in the park. She was born in St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada, lived most of her adult life on Longboat Key. She enjoys reading, watching television, doing word search, puzzles, lady luncheon groups, cats, and mahjong. And she even has a very high interest in learning more about computers. So welcome, Jody. Barbara Foxworthy. Barbara joins us in our assisted living in 514. Barbara was born in Charleston, West Virginia, but has spent most of her adult life in Bradenton. She plays the organ and piano for First Christian Church on 18th Avenue West, and she enjoys animals and music. So welcome, Barbara. Ed and Joyce Richter. Ed and Joyce Richter join us in apartment 324 in the Manor building. Ed was born in Detroit, Michigan, and Joyce was born in Saginaw. They spent most of their adult life in the South Hills area, a suburb of Pittsburgh, where Ed worked as a tool and die foreman, and Joyce worked as an elementary school teacher. Ed enjoys home handy projects, woodworking, Jeopardy, history, and golf. And Joyce enjoys family outings, crafts, and trying new things. So if you see Ed and Joyce, welcome them to the Manor family. I'm proud to, announce that we have currently 92% occupancy in independent living, which puts us quite at the top of most in the company. 88% occupancy in assisted living, and our health center fluctuates due to rehab and the current state of affairs with the health center and just healthcare in general now. So, pray for them, and we'll keep doing our best work. Again, I wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving, and blessings to you all. Thanks.
Hello, everyone. Nice to see you through video. I just had a few things that I wanted to go over with everyone today. Just a reminder, when you're out of the building or going on vacation or taking a trip, we do have a form that you need to fill out. It's called Resident Out of the Building, and it just goes over a few questions, your method of transportation and your dates. That way we can keep you safe and keep our other residents safe upon your return. But just give me a call and fill out the form, please, and we would appreciate that. And also, if you haven't received your flu shot as of yet, we really encourage you to get the flu shot this year, because it does help cover that flu, influenza A, and it's very important this year to do that, employees and residents. And we also have Westminster Pharmacy. They said that they would be glad to make phone contacts this Friday for the Medicare Part D open enrollment, and that is the Medicare Part D through your Medicare prescription plan. What they can do is they can go over your medications and tell you which plan would be best for you and what the costs would be. So if you're interested in doing that, just give me a call or stop by my office, and I'll be glad to sign you up for a phone call with Westminster Pharmacy. Have a blessed Thanksgiving, and good to see you all.
Hi everyone, it's good to see you. For those new residents who may not know me, my name is Marina Anderson. I'm Director of Volunteers here at Westminster Manor. I have a few updates on some volunteer opportunities that I'd like to bring to your attention this month. We're going to have a new giving opportunity coming your way that's going to bless our health center and residents in assisted living. It's going to be, we're going to be purchasing Christmas gifts for them, similar to the Angel Tree program that usually comes, but of course cannot come in this year. Pre-filled gift bags will be available for purchase in the country store, which will be then given to our residents. So please watch for further details. It's also that time of year again, time to vote for our Volunteer of the Year. So begin thinking about who you would like to nominate. Ballots will be in the mailboxes soon. In addition, we are continuing our blessing of to Bishop Animal Shelter for torn newspaper for their animal crates. So I have newspapers if you need them. I'm also taking donation of newspaper, but you can pick that up from my office and just tear it into strips and then return it to me, and I'll be dropping it off there regularly. I'd also like to remind you that we normally have our annual school supply collection for Ballard Elementary, and this year I'd also like to add Rowlett Elementary School. Though the children cannot come on campus and Christmas carol and meet Santa as we normally like to do, we'd still like to bless the schools with some school supplies. So that information will be also in your cubby soon, and the materials will be available for purchase at our country store as they usually are, to help you with donating to these schools. I'm also looking for volunteers who are comfortable typing out Microsoft Word documents as a way to assist our other volunteers in preparation of the banner. So if you don't mind doing some word processing, please come and see me. I'd love to have someone help out with that. We still have a few openings on the welcome desk, so if you're interested in greeting contractors and the few visitors we have and helping our office staff, then please see me about a welcome desk opening. And lastly, I would love more independent residents to volunteer to be a phone buddy to another independent resident, especially this time of year. We really want to reach out to one another, keep everybody engaged and in touch with each other during this season. Thank you for the blessing it is to be here at Westminster Manor, and I hope you have a very blessed holiday and Thanksgiving Day.
Hello, and happy November, happy Thanksgiving. We are, first of all, I want to thank you, and I am Holly Soroka, your resident lifestyle facilitator for those new residents who have seen me running around and not quite sure what I do and who I am. My job is to help you fulfill any ambition that you have regarding your own activity and leisure style. It's been a little rough over the past several months, but we are working hard and constantly to try to, fill your days with meaningful and interesting programs and activities. And I can use your help with suggestions, that's for sure, keeping physical distancing in mind and our safety. I want to thank Marion Boyer, and I want to thank Jane Lauer for being my assistants with our Thanksgiving tree this year. Everybody who contributed their thoughts of gratitude and well wishes for everybody was really beautiful. And if you haven't been to the manor to come and look at the tree, spend some time looking at it. Spend some time reading what your neighbors are saying and just sort of basking in the glow of that gratitude. I also want to thank those who put their names on our holiday hands, our holiday buddies' hands. Those folks who sought to be a buddy or to get a buddy will be notified shortly as to who they are going to be holiday friends with. As Marina said, this is holidays, and this particular timing can be a little long and sad and lonely, and we take it upon ourselves to try and cheer each other up. So with that, I want you to make sure that you come and see the gratitude tree before it becomes our Christmas tree on December 1st. So December 1st, the leaves come off and the ornaments go on, and we will have a small, safe little celebration. I will offer hot cider and donuts to go. And there will be a special registration for a Christmas raffle. Now, you need to come and you need to fill this paper out and put it in the raffle box. And on that raffle, you will need to include your name, phone number, address, email if you have it, and whether you are a MyWLife user or not. It will be very important that you become a MyWLife user if you want to enlist in this raffle, and it will be worth it. So I want to tell you that by the time you see this, we'll be well into our Christmas season, and we always love Christmas, and we are focusing on what we can do for each other this year because it is in the giving that we receive. And to close my little part of this presentation up, I'd like to read something to you written by one of our writers that he wrote some time ago, and I think it suits our theme, and I hope you enjoy it. It's called A Random Act of Kindness by Bob Orr. Soldier, sailor, beggarman, thief, doctor, lawyer, Indian chief, whom will I choose to be? I will choose to be kind. Kindness is the glue that holds relationships together. Kindness is the light that brightens lives. Kindness listens, kindness heals, and kindness offers a helping hand. Kindness can be planned. Thursday, I am going to the elementary school to read to children. Or today, I'm preparing a meal to take to my neighbor who has come home from a hospital stay. But kindness can also be a random act. My mother related an example of this type of kindness. She and my father were driving home from a visit with our daughter at college in Memphis, Tennessee. Along a stretch of 4-lane highway, they heard a whoomp, whoomp, whoomp that indicated a flat tire. They pulled off the highway to the side of the road, and they wondered what they were going to do. Should they call the AAA if they could figure out their location and wait an hour or more for the tow truck to arrive? Or should they attempt to change the tire themselves, a daunting task for a couple in their late 70s? As they pondered their next step, a car pulled in behind them. A Marine got out and came over to the driver's side window and asked if he could help. Dad explained he believed that the car had a flat tire. The Marine volunteered to change it. He opened the trunk, took out the jack, jacked up the car, and changed the tire. He lowered the car to put the damaged tire and tools in the trunk. And when my dad offered to pay him, he said no. He drove away, waving goodbye. He must be an angel, Mother said to Father. When we choose to be kind, we practice our humanity. And people are blessed, and so are we. We're all blessed to have each other this season. And practice random acts of kindness, and you'll feel better too. Thank you. We look forward to seeing you next month.
Hi, Manor residents. This is Jeanette Sherrill. I'm here to tell you about our November Resident Council meeting. During that meeting, we had a thorough discussion of the possibility of opening our dining room for a noon meal on Thanksgiving Day. We had a lot of strong opinions, and after all the opinions were expressed, the Resident Council voted in favor of opening the dining room for that day only. Since that time, as you're well aware, all of the indications are that the virus is increasing. The numbers are going up. And so it seems as if we'll have maybe only one seating that day because a number of you are deciding that you're more willing to stay safe and stay home at this time. And that is certainly a very important decision for you to make. We have been celebrating Veterans Day and our veterans these past couple of weeks. And when I think about veterans, I think about the sacrifice they've made. And I think about the fact that they've been called into foreign lands to fight on our behalf. So When I was thinking about veterans, I also started to thinking about the fact that what we're fighting here with the coronavirus is a war. Only this war isn't just in foreign lands, it's in our country, it's in our backyards, it's among our friends, our families, our neighbors. So I started thinking about sacrifice. We talk about sacrifice in terms of wars in foreign countries. I'm asking you this day, what are you willing to sacrifice to help keep your friends, your family, your country safe during this time of COVID? Are you willing to sacrifice by wearing a mask all the times that you're out of your room or apartment? Are you willing to keep your mask up over your nose so that it is truly protecting yourself and other people? Are you willing to avoid going to places that are crowded, like eating in restaurants? Are you willing to avoid being with crowds? When you think about Thanksgiving and you think about the people and the things that you are thankful for, ask yourself, what am I willing to sacrifice to keep them safe? So with those words, I wish you a happy Thanksgiving.